And good morning, YouTube. What's going on with you? It's Rick here, GC Blues. Let's get right into it. The post-game report that I promised I was going to do, which I'm doing. So, 6 games on deck, which was great. Great time, great moment. So let's do it. Remember, if you happen to like this video and come across it, hit that thumbs up duel. It's very important. Helps promote the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe notification and you get all the notifications. We're ready. You see, so you know I'm not cheating. We're going to start things off with Florida at Detroit once again. Entering this matchup, Florida was 53, 15, and 6 at 112 points. Detroit is 29, 36, 10, and 68 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Florida Panthers beat the Detroit Red Wings by a score of 6-1. Shots on goal was 39 for the Panthers, 34 for the Red Wings. Both teams had 33 saves. Florida was over 2 on the power play, with Detroit being over 3 on the power play. Now, I did give this in the pregame report, but I decided to do it again here in the postgame. The 54th win for Florida, very good. And it's a battle between them and Colorado for the President's Trophy now. Who's going to win it? No one knows. It is going to be a neck-and-neck race, folks, so we'll wait and see. Next was Buffalo at Philadelphia. Entering this matchup, Buffalo was 28, 38, 11, and 67 points. Philadelphia 23, 41, 11, and 57 points at the end of 60 minutes. The Buffalo Sabres beat the Philadelphia Flyers by the score of 5-3. Shots on goal were 40 for the Sabres, 35 for the Flyers. Sabres had 32 saves, with the Flyers 35. Buffalo was 2 for 2 on the power play, with Philadelphia 0 for 2 on the power play. 29th win for Buffalo. Things are looking good for them. But I hate to say this. When I do the playoff standings, folks, I need to tell you this. The East is set. Okay, the East is set. Everyone in the East is clinched. It's just a matter of time who gets what. We'll get to that. We'll get to the sheet. Next was the Blues at Nashville. Going into this matchup, the Blues were 45, 20, and 10 and 100 points. Nashville was 43, 27, 5, and 91 points at the end of 60 minutes. The Blues win by a score of 8. I'm not kidding. 8-3. Big domination, folks. Shots on goal were 33 for the Blues, 36 for the Predators. Blues had 33 saves, and the Predators had 25. 1 for 1 on the power play was the Blues, with Nashville over 2 on the power play. Big 102 point for the Blues. Their 46th win. I'm telling you, folks, the Blues are getting hot at the right moment. Ninth win in a row, folks. 9 wins in a row. Going for 10 Tuesday against Boston. Anything can happen, folks. It's going to be big. Blues are getting hot at the right moment. I'm telling you, momentum's on our side, folks. And literally, we're hoping for the best. Next was San Jose at Minnesota. Entering this matchup, the San Jose Sharks were 29, 34, and 11, and 39 points. 69 points, 69 points. Minnesota was 46, 21, and 7, and 99 points. This game had to go into overtime. And the Minnesota Wild beat the San Jose Sharks by a score of 5-4. Shots on goal were Wild 28, Sharks 30. Wild had 26 saves, Sharks had 23. Minnesota was up on power play with San Jose over on power play. San Jose picks up a point, which is great. Helps them get, hopefully get, but Minnesota gets that 1 point, which they needed to clinch. They get it, but they also win. So now they got 101 points, but they're still right below the Blues. So, but we'll get to it. Next was the Islanders at Toronto. Entering the matchup. Islanders were 35, 39, 79 points. Toronto was 49, 20, and 6 at 104 points. At the end of 16 minutes, the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the New York Islanders by a score of 4-2. Shots on goal was 37 for the Maple Leafs, the New York Islanders 29. The Islanders 29. Maple Leafs had 27 saves, Islanders 23. Toronto was 1 for 3 on the power play, with New York Islanders 1 for 2 on the power play. Big 50th win for Toronto. They did great. I'm glad. Anything, folks, I'm telling you, this is really heating up. And finally, the nightcap. Columbus at Anaheim entered this matchup. Columbus was 35, 34, and 6 and 76 points. Anaheim 29, 33, and 14 and 72 points. This one went 60 minutes, and the Anaheim Ducks beat the Columbus Blue Jackets by a score 6-4. Shots on goal, Ducks 32, Columbus 35. Ducks had 31 saves, the Blue Jackets 26. 0 for 1 on the power play was Anaheim, Columbus 0 for 2 on the power play. Ducks got their 74th point, their 30th win. Columbus now at 500 once again. But folks, long season. So let's get right into now the playoffs. About the playoffs. Remember I told you we did some changes? See? I just wrote this up, folks. That's why it took me a while to do this video. Get this all going. Remember I told you the East is all done? Well, it is. Everyone has clinched the spot that need to be in. There are 8 teams now officially in the East. The teams that are in are Carolina, the New York Rangers, Pittsburgh, and Washington for the Metropolitan. In the Atlantic, it is Florida, Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Boston. It's all done in the East. But who gets what, we don't know yet. And in the Metropolitan Division, it's a race between the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers. Who will get that division? We don't know just yet who will get it. But they are both tied at 104 points. Caroline, even though they are at 48, 20, and 8, they have the tiebreaker over the Rangers because of the series and the percentage. So we do have to say goodbye to Montreal, Ontario, Detroit, and Buffalo in the Atlantic, and the Islanders. I hate to say, I could not believe they did not make it. Washington got in because of the loss, because one team lost today. So that is what. Actually, with Minnesota's, or should I say, the Islanders lost, that's why Washington got in. Now, in the West, Colorado is now your division winner. They have got the division, and they also locked up the conference. But they have not got yet is the President's Trophy. Will they get that? We don't know yet. But I can tell you this. It's a race between Florida and Colorado for that. And there are people who say that trophy is a jinx. The last time someone won the Stanley Cup and won the President's Trophy was 2013. We all know who won in 2013. The Blackhawks. Yeah. The Blackhawks. Could it happen again? Lately, like I said, the trophy's been a jinx. Wait and see. Uh, but in the East, as of right now, this is how the playoff standings look. If it ended today, as you know, it's M1 versus Wildcard 1. A1 versus Wildcard 2. M3 versus M2, M2 versus M3. A2 versus A3. I think it should be more like M1 takes on the Wildcard. They got that right. Sorry, my hair's. I think it should be M2 takes on A3 and A2 takes on M3. I think that's how it should be, but it's not. Same thing over in the West, C1 takes on wild card, P1 takes on wild card, with C2 take on P3, and P2 takes on C3. But they don't do that that way. I don't know why. So here it is. It's Carolina and Boston, then the Rangers and Washington. And then it's Florida versus. Sorry, why did I say Washington? Florida wins. Pittsburgh. What about this? It's on the fly, folks. Washington taking on Pittsburgh. Rangers taking on Pittsburgh. Florida takes on Washington. Toronto takes on Tampa Bay. And like I said, in the West, St. Louis and Minnesota have clinched. And we pretty much know that the C2, C3 matchup will be St. Louis and Minnesota. But where they finish, we do not know. Could it be St. Louis has home ice advantage? Will Minnesota have home ice advantage? We'll find out in the coming days. Right now, it's Colorado taking on Dallas, St. Louis taking on Minnesota, Calgary takes on Nashville, Edmonton takes on LA. And Vancouver still has a shot, folks. Literally, they got a shot still. Even Vegas still has a shot. Anything can happen at this point, folks. You never know. Winnipeg still has a shot. Nashville has a shot. Dallas still has a shot. But as of right now, the two wildcard teams are in the Central Division. So, folks, this is getting hectic going into the final days of the regular season. Actually, we're going into the final 2 weeks of the regular season, folks. What's going to happen, folks? Literally, what's going to happen? Are we going to see? I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. We're going to have some surprises this year in the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. We are going to have a lot of surprises this year in the playoffs. But what will happen, we don't know. No. Who will advance out of the first round? Will the Blues win in the first round? Will Minnesota beat us? We don't know. It's the best of four. It's the best of seven, all the way through in the playoffs. That's why they say the Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy to win. So that is it, folks. I'll see you guys later today. I'll have a pregame report for today's 6 games, and then we'll get ready for some big games and get ready for some playoff hockey. So as always, folks, remember I love you guys. Stay safe. Take care of your doors watching you. And I'll see you guys soon. So then, peace.